Hello, everybody. My name is Brian Smith, and I'm going to be your son or daughter's ninth grade world history teacher this year at Brecksville-Broadview High School. And if you were to tell me that this year's open house consists of me sitting in front of an empty room, talking in front of a computer, which feels very weird, by the way, and if people were here, I'd have to have a mask on my face. I'd look at you like you were kind of crazy, but here we are. COVID 2020, man. I'll tell you, what an interesting situation, to put it lightly. But like I said, here we are, and I just want you to know my goal is to make the very best of an otherwise not so good situation. So I'm going to take the high road, and I am going to see what I can do about making this as good of a school year as we can make it. Even though there are probably going to be some ups and downs, just like there is in any normal school year, probably more so this year. But anyway, welcome to this presentation, and thank you for tuning in. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been teaching this is my 29th year, and during this entire time I've taught either or U.S. history and world history. I've taught them both. For many, many years, and your son or daughter is going to be in really good hands as far as the content, as far as the concepts, as far as the big ideas that they're going to need to know to do well in the class. To be honest with you, technology is something that I'm learning more and more about, let's just say. I'm getting better at it, and I'm confident that as the year goes on, I will continue to improve at it. I'm not afraid of it, so I'm learning it, I'm taking it on head on, and hopefully as the year goes on, I'll be much better at that as well. Just to give you an idea of how things are going to work this year, a couple days ago I had you guys read the Google Doc talking about the differences between Google Classroom and Progress Book. Google Classroom is going to be where they're going to be logging in, especially when they're home. I'm going to try very hard to do things outside of Google Classroom when I see them physically in class. That will kind of eliminate some of the screen time, and hopefully we can do more high-level things at the same time. I want to use the classroom days for the big ideas, for things that are a little more difficult, for things that are going to be a little more significant. I'd also like to use those days for discussions, and because they still have an end-of-course exam when they take U.S. history and government, I do plan on using these days periodically for testing. Not a lot. I'll try to limit the amount of times I use those days for that, but they still need to be able to take tests in a secure setting. So here at school, we're not going to be as much on the screen, but when they're home, obviously, they're going to be logging into Google Classroom. Google Classroom is where all their assignments are going to be, descriptions, due dates, and before they get started, they're going to have to answer a yes or no question so that I can take attendance. So answering yes or no during the class time will be their way of being marked as present and attending to the class that day. So Google Classroom is where most of the work of especially online learning is going to take place. Progress Book is going to be where I store their grades, where I log their absences, and where I will try to put in a weekly plan of what's going on for the following week. So those are some important differences between those two. Your son or daughter should have gotten a textbook this week, and this is the book they should have gotten. So I want them to take that book home, make sure it stays at home, and that is going to be the book they'll use to look up whatever they need to look up when they're learning online. They can still continue to Google things, but using the textbook will probably be a little easier for them because it will zero in on specifically what I'm looking for with a certain event or a certain person, that sort of thing. So the online material is going to be basically supplementing the big ideas we do here at school. So that way, the more significant stuff they're learning it in front of me where I can help them. The supplemental material will be stuff that they'll be capable of working on when I'm not there. However, on Wednesdays, I can Zoom in with them on occasion. I can also do that over the course of the week as well. Once again, I'm still trying to get better at using Zoom, so I haven't been doing much Zooming to start the year off, but I will eventually be doing that as the year goes on, just to let you know. Once again, If you need to email me or call me here at school, I can answer any questions that you have. And I just want you to know one more time that your kids are in good hands. And I'm looking forward to having a really great school year with them. Thank you very much for attending to this, and let's have a really great school year. Take care. We'll see you. Bye.